in pretty good condition here today. Our grades to move up and we'll have them right to go. Field of 9 running. Our grades moved up. Brett Scott on board this afternoon. They're ready. And they're off in the first on the program. Sober didn't begin all that well and has dropped out towards the tail. And one of the first to bounce out is Ocean Bird as they leap the first. Les Vos Ruler pushing through on the inside to take over the running in the early part now. Our grades jump well and Go Shorty is handy to them as well as they come along to the second hurdle. And it's Les Vos Ruler in front. Ocean Bird is in second, sharing that with Go Shorty, who's pulling in the yellow colours, and Music Graham right behind them on the rails in fourth. Further back is Covered Crossover on the inside, and then came Toughen Up, followed by Blackwater Jack, Our Grades, and Sober dropped out to be last of all. But there's not a lot of pace about, and here's the third hurdle coming up in the race with Les Vos Ruler putting in a clean jump at it, and he went away by about 3 lengths to Ocean Bird and the blue colours outside Music Graham, and then Go Shorty. Covered Cross is fifth on the rail. Music back behind those Blackwater Jack as they leap that. Our Grades around it, Toughen Up travelling out 3 wide and 3 or 4 to Sober. They're coming down to the post with the circuit to go, and the leader Les Vos Ruler, the top weight, 2.5 clear to Ocean Bird and Music Graham on the inside. Next hurdle coming up, Toughen Up is improving his place round the outside of Go Shorty and Covered Cross. Next is Our Grades. Second last is Blackwater Jack as they leave the straight, and last of all is Sober. Out to the 1650, half the jumping has been completed, and the leader Les Vos Ruler about 1.5 lengths clear. Music Graham second on the inside of Ocean Bird. Covered Cross having a good run as fourth on the inside of Go Shorty, who's been wanting to pull. A couple of lengths away then to Toughen Up, still travelling 3 deep. Blackwater Jack is on the rails, and Our Grades is in the centre, and 1.25 lengths Sober last of all as they enter the back straight near the 1400 metres. Les Vos Ruler doing it at his own leisure out in front. He's been left alone from the outset, and he lobbed along by 2 lengths. Ocean Bird and Music Graham right behind him. Go Shorty is fourth outside Covered Cross. 1 length then to Toughen Up as they go to the next hurdle. Then came Our Grades and Sober together, and Blackwater Jack had dropped out to be last of all. As they go down the back now, here's the next hurdle coming up just outside the 1,000, and Les Vos Ruler, over it he goes by 2 lengths to Sober, who made a lightning dash to get the second quickly around Ocean Bird and Music Graham. 2 lengths to Go Shorty, Covered Cross, 1 Toughen Up. Our Grades are still second last as they leap that hurdle, and Blackwater Jack on the inside, but only about 8 lengths would cover them at the 800, about to run downhill. Les Vos Ruler about a head in front of Sober. Music Graham right behind them third. Ocean Bird around it, and then Go Shorty. 3 lengths then to Covered Cross, who's off the rail but being hard ridden coming down the hill. Our Grades pull to the outside, starts his run, and he's only 5 lengths off the leader. Blackwater Jack back on the rail, and Toughen Up dropped out 6 lengths away. 2 to get over, they corner. Many hopes in the race, and Les Vos Ruler as he swings for home, kicked away by a couple to Music Graham. Blackwater Jack made good ground on the inside. Our Grades and Covered Cross with their runs out wide at the second last. Oh, Covered Cross has fallen again. Covered Cross took a fall. Our Grades is after the leader with Music Graham. Les Vos Ruler with 1 to get over. Comes to the last. Over it he goes from Blackwater Jack, Music Graham and Our Grades all chasing him. Les Vos Ruler about 3/4. Our Grades trying. He's lifting Our Grades. Les Vos Ruler, Our Grades. This is very close between them. Could go either way. This Les Vos Ruler and Our Grades. Blackwater Jack's third. Music Graham fourth, and then came Ocean Bird. Next in was Toughen Up, and they were followed by Go Shorty, Sober. Covered Cross taking a heavy fall at the second last jump. Now, stand by for placings here. This is a close go right on the line, and one. And away they go. Sea Rover near the outside began reasonably. Yan Yan beat him out, and so did Violet Tints. Calinti jumped okay over on the extreme outside. Fen C is pushing up along the rails after going 200 metres to be with the leaders, and Capuchin follows it through along the fence now, settling fully, and Fen C gets up on the rail. Violet Tints it's outside, and Sea Rover, they're the 3 leaders, about 2 or 3 lengths clear. From in fourth placing is Capuchin coming up to the turn. Yan Yan is being very hard ridden on the outside, and Calinti down on the inside as they swing the corner. Fincey at the rail, Violet Tints the centre, and Sea Rover travelling pretty well on their outside, clear of Capuchin as they come to the 300. Violet Tints quickly got to Fincey. Now Sea Rover is after Violet Tints. They're at the 200. Violet Tints about a half in front. Sea Rover under the whip trying hard. Violet Tints is giving something. Has a big pull on the weights. It's 3/4 clear, and will keep going Violet Tints. Sea Rover can't get there. Violet Tints beats Sea Rover by 1.25 lengths. Calinti came home well for third, and then Capuchin. Fincey dropped out, and Yan Yan was last of all. Violet Tense had just 50 kilos and Sea Rover 58. And with a little give in the ground, that's obviously been a telling factor over the last little bit of the race. Sea Rover certainly had every chance to wear down the filly, but 8 kilos proved a bit too much. And Violet Tense kept going well to score under Cameron Quilty. Sea Rover ran second, and third place went to number 4, Kelenti, who's come from virtually last in the race. Time not bad though, 56.9. 56.9 is the time for the 2-year-olds over the 1,000 metres dash. Third on the program about to go. Now they're all in. The favourite drawn 1. Set. Racing. Oh, he dwelt a little Future Perfect. He didn't begin well down on the inside. Ulrico got out fast on the outside barrier, and Corvain is out quickly. Now Future Perfect gathers his legs and he drives through, and he'll be in front settling down. They're being followed by Ken Rose, who's second to last, and back last of all is Bricard. Corvain outside Future Perfect, share the front coming up towards the turn. Ulrico's a length and a half away. About 3 lengths to Ken Rose is being pushed along, and Bricard is last of all. Future Perfect against the rail, came round the turn, he's left the fence, but he travelled into the straight about 3/4 to Corvain. They've got away 4 lengths to Ulrico, and then Bricard and Ken Rose is under the whip, and last of all Corvain is giving Future Perfect a real race. He's headed him at the 200 metres. He's drawn a length in front now, running on his Ulrico. Corvain in front from Future Perfect and Ulrico from Bricard, but Corvain is starting to pull away. A double for Cameron Quilty, and Corvain beat Future Perfect by 3. Give it to Ulrico third, just in front of Bricard. And along last was Ken Rose, who was struggling a long way out. Stand by. Victory here for number 5, Corvain, ridden by Cameron Quilty. He drew right away from Future Perfect over the last little bit of the race. He had no answer, and it's been a comfortable win for number 5. And he's run 56.1. 56.1. Safety Princess to come in. Little bit of movement there from Kinjika and Amanda Hugginkiss. They're both dancing around in the gates. Safety Princess joined them, 1,600 metres. First leg of the quaddie, they're about to go. And off and racing. Amanda Hugginkiss began okay. First out was Rose of Georgia in the yellow colours, and Safety Princess was away well, and now Amanda Hugginkiss goes through. Joins and heads them, and they're followed by Specks of Gold, who's down 4th on the inside from Shanassi, and then came rushing around. About 2 lengths to Scenic Lady well back in the red colours down on the inside, and Kinjika is around her with Fleet of Me on the outside. Amanda Hugginkiss by the 1,200 metres, led by about a length and a half. Rose of Georgia right behind her, and 2 lengths to Safety Princess, travelling 3 deep. Shanassi is in the middle, and Specks of Gold is a length away, retaining the fence. 2 lengths to Russian around. Scenic Lady next on the fence, and then Fleet of Me and Kinjika. About 900 to go, and they're about to come off the back, and Amanda Hugginkiss on top. She's a length and a half clear. In second placing is Rose of Georgia. A length and a half away in third, Specks of Gold on the inside of Shanassi, and then Sophie's on Princess on the outside in 5th placing, and a length and a half to Scenic Lady, Russian around, Kinjika and Fleet of Me. Amanda Hugginkiss at the 600, a little more than a length. Rose of Georgia, who hasn't let her stride away at all. She's always within striking distance. Eases up now within 3/4 of the leader, coming around the home turn. Specks of Gold third inside. Shanassi pushed along. Safety Princess pulls out for her run, and then Kinjika making some ground below the 400 now, and Amanda Hugginkiss is being tackled by Rose of Georgia. Specks of Gold through to the inside, and Kinjika closer to the inside rail. Shanassi can't go on, but Rose of Georgia inside the 200, kick right away now. Rose of Georgia over Kinjika, Amanda Hugginkiss rushing around, and Fleet of Me. But in the run home, it's all Rose of Georgia who's gone on to win it well from Kinjika and rushing around third. Fleet of Me was 4th, and then came Amanda Hugginkiss, who probably didn't quite run the trip, from Scenic Lady, Specks of Gold, Shanassi, and last in Safety Princess. Rose of Georgia, ridden by Brett Preble, followed the favourite everywhere, and then drew away, was a shade too good in the run home. Second, Kinjika, and third, rushing around. Numbers in the 4th are 5. Our guided missile is ready. Magic Weasel about to come up and complete the lineup now for race number 5. This is the Jayco Caravans handicap. They're all in and they're set to go. Ready at the 1400. Now they're about to go, they're off. Biscagogo missed the start slightly in the middle of the line, and Orchestrated and Mamaloni are the first two out. VJ got out nicely in the navy and white colours, followed then by Deerfield settling down in about fourth placing. Our Guided Missile is outside him, followed by Fingar on the rail in company with Tangible easing back now. Then Magic Weasel, and back behind those of Royal Effort, Biscagogo, Il Don, and last of all is the Hind by the 1,000. It's Orchestrated on top, and he led by about 3 to 4 lengths to VJ in second placing. One Mamaloni, Fingar a neck away fourth on the inside as they make the turn at the 800. 2 lengths to Deerfield, a length to Our Guided Missile, one Tangible in the Cerise on the rail from Royal Effort. Then Magic Weasel out wider, followed by Il Don, Biscagogo, and the Hind is a length away as they go to the 600. And Orchestrated, led by 2 lengths to VJ second. Mamaloni third, the outside. Fingar on the rail from Deerfield. Our Guided Missile is next, and then came Magic Weasel hooking out deep around Royal Effort as they corner. Then Tangible and Ildon stayed on the rails, but a fair way back, and the Hind still last. Orchestrated away again at the 400 and kicked out by 3 to VJ. Running home fairly well as Our Guided Missile. Fingar's battling away, but Orchestrated below the 200. Led 4 Our Guided Missile. Then VJ and Fingar battling along well. Orchestrated in front. He's still over 2 lengths clear. He's racing in great form, and Orchestrated beats VJ by 2 lengths. The Hind came home very well on the inside from last to get third. Then Fingar, followed by Our Guided Missile. Further back in the field was Mamaloni, Biscagogo and Ildon, followed by Tangible, Deerfield Week, and Royal Effort was second last to go over the line, and Magic Weasel last of all. Orchestrated, the winner, number 7, ridden by Stephen Baster. Led all the way, had a little breather coming down the hill, but kicked to go. Carter Square, the inside. KU's Gold stood well. Yeah, Dane Rack made a good line. They're racing. And Native Jazz out reasonably towards the inside. Reuben Sun and Provocateur out fairly well. Pay Up got away well near the outside. KU's Gold jumped quickly on the rails, and Diane's Misses quickly up there too, looking for the lead with Black Type Magic. Good deal of pace going past the judge the first time out to the 1800 now. Black Type Magic working up to take the lead towards the turn out of the straight. He leads narrowly from Pay Up on the outside. Just behind them, KU's Gold on the inside in the yellow and black colours. Diane's Miss gets a good trail in fourth position with Reuben Sun around her. One Kazik, and then came Native Jazz, who's trapped out wide. He's 3 or 4 deep into the back. A length further back is Provocateur, our Dane Rack, and Uvarage on the improve, followed by Jail, Carter Square, and Randy's Rancher last of all by the 1400. And Reuben Sun in front, but he leads about a half to 3/4. Black Type Magic on the inside. Native Jazz has moved up to sit third on the outside, a lot handier today. About 2.5 lengths to Pay Up in fourth placing in company with Kazik. KU's Gold on the rail, a length and a half. Diane's Misses back to about 6th now, followed by Uvarage the outside and Provocateur midfield the rail. A length and a half Jail, followed by our Dane Rack and Randy's Rancher out 3 deep, and Carter Square last by the 1,000. Reuben Sun had slowed the pace right up down the back and leads by 3/4. Native Jazz, the favourite, is up there second. Black Type Magic is third, and fourth placing held by Kazik on the outside in the green colours. One Provocateur, who's pushed up to be 5th and is going up between horses now from Pay Up. Uvarage deep out is starting to make a run quickly around the outside as they run downhill now, and then Randy's Rancher. The field is bunched. Next is Jail, KU's Gold, Carter Square well back with our Dane Rack, and Diane's Misses now back about third last and pulled to the outside. Uvarage went that quickly downhill. He shot 3 lengths in front of Native Jazz coming around the home turn. They're followed by Reuben Sun, Provocateur making ground. Randy's Rancher and Diane's Misses out very wide now at the 300, and Native Jazz moved up and took the lead on the inside. It's Native Jazz by a length and a half now to Uvarage, Provocateur, Randy's Rancher down the outside, but Native Jazz is opening up on them in the last 100 now. Gone out by 4 lengths, Uvarage, and then Provocateur, but Native Jazz comes away and bolts in. Native Jazz won it by the best part of 4, Uvarage, Provocateur third, our Dane Rack fourth, and then came Black Type Magic, followed by KU's Gold, Diane's Miss, and then was Carter Square and Kazik together, followed by Randy's Rancher. Behind these is Jail and Pay Up and Reuben Sun the last couple in. He's won like a good thing. Number 3, Native Jazz, to pay $260 and $140. Ridden a strong, patient ride there by Brett Preble. When Uvarage went round him and shot 3 lengths in front of him coming up towards the turn, he sat and waited for the right time to make the finishing run. 3, 10 and 6 in the Bay Leave handicap. Native Jazz, getting himself organised on Limerick Flyer. They're set on the outside. Limerick Flyer has stood up well. Lady Blaswick made a good line with St Jean and they're away. Ballistic Miss a touch slow on the inside. Sonio slowest. Chicky got back at the start, and one of the first out was Autumn Day in the early part. Bounded out and led from Go Tiller on her outside. Ballistic Miss is third. True Bloom is fourth. Lady Blaswick moving up in the black and white colours deep out into fifth, and then came Go Kell. They're followed by St Jean in the orange colours travelling wide from Edge of Perfection. Blue Marweena. Limerick Flyer is next, a little worse in midfield, and a length away came McBeal, followed by Sonio, Hidden Honey. Second last is Chicky, and South Sea Pearl is last of all. Making the turn near the 800 metres, Autumn Day by a half length. Lady Blaswick had moved into second. Wide out St Jean is third. Around Go Tiller and Ballistic Miss. Nearly a half length away then True Bloom, improving its position between horses. Couple of lengths away Go Kell, being followed by Blue Marweena, Edge of Perfection, and then came Limerick Flyer on the outside from Sonio. McBeal a good way back and held up in traffic as Hidden Honey starts a run, and then South Sea Pearl and Chicky as last as they corner. Autumn Day with Lady Blaswick are outside. True Bloom a little deeper, and St Jean as they go by the 400. Ballistic Miss and Sonio making ground along the inside, and then Go Kell, Blue Marweena. Chicky has got right to the outside. McBeal is trying to weave through. There are many chances at the 200. They're right across the track here. Blue Marweena wide out. McBeal has got through the pack. Here she comes, McBeal in the middle. She's racing up with South Sea Pearl together. McBeal finishes the better. McBeal just beat South Sea Pearl about a half head. Blue Marweena third. They're followed by True Bloom. Ballistic Miss battled okay, and then Sonio and Go Kell a break to Autumn Day. They were trailed then by Limerick Flyer, and further back was Edge of Perfection. Hidden Honey didn't come into the picture. Lady Blaswick and Go Tiller dropped towards the tail, followed in by St Jean and Chicky. Well, she's finished last of all. Stephen Baster has ridden a wonderful race to thread through the pack on the favourite McBeal and top weight and win on a day of doubles, Brett Preble. And they're ready for the last, and they're away. Eric jumped away well on the inside. Chiaretto and Sedanza with the favourite Sheer Contempt got out quickly, and Lord Ardsley's up on the speed, and Master of Speed is going forward as they settle down by the 1200. Sheer Contempt near the inside. Sedanza. Master of Speed made a line of 3 and almost making a line of 4 is Royal Jugar, easing back a little now. Lord Ardsley fifth over on the inside, and then Schmeichel, and they're closely followed by Prince Key in the all white. Guilty Verdict is around it. Eric is over on the rail. A length further back Casino Evil, and they're followed as they come off the back near the 800 metres by Chiaretto and Kahunga, and Eric is rather Mohub is 2 lengths away at the tail of the field. Running down near the 700 metres, and the favourite on top doing it well. Sheer Contempt by a half length. Sedanza is second. Master of Speed deep out is third, and Lord Ardsley pushed along fourth from Royal Jugar. Guilty Verdict is off the track, and the pink and black followed by Schmeichel. Prince Key. Eric is over on the rails, and they're followed by Kahunga, who's made some ground as they corner. It's Sheer Contempt round the turn in front of Sedanza, and Lord Ardsley over on the inside. Eric is working into the clear in the blue and white striped cap, coming home fairly, and further back is Royal Jugar and Kahunga passing the 200. Sheer Contempt is being tackled left, right and centre. Eric with a good run down the outside is joining in with Sedanza. It's Sedanza and Eric, and Sheer Contempt on the inside. 3 across the track. Eric went home the best and just won. I'd say Eric the outside from Sheer Contempt. Sedanza just wilting slightly for third. Lord Ardsley next. Kahunga made nice ground. A break to Royal Jugar and Chiaretto, and they're followed then by Guilty Verdict, Casino Evil. Well back was the weakening Master of Speed, followed by Mohub, and then Prince Key towards the end, with Schmeichel dropping out to finish last of all. Eric